Hello everyone, welcome to the Beer Garden again. This episode will be very special because we will be previewing the Sha Tin meeting on Friday. That is the National Day meeting on Friday at Sha Tin. This episode, three of us are quite special because we are from different time zone. And Joe, how are you? What is your time in US now?
Oh, right now here in California, it is 10 a.m. So
10 a.m.
it's getting a little bit bright outside. It's almost getting towards, or it's already fall. We just got past summer. So we're looking forward to this big meeting at Sha Tin in a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. How about you, Steve? How are you? And what is your time in your place?
The time is just after 6 o'clock, 6:07 in the evening, and you can see the sun is just coming through the window, as it always does. The sun always shines in Scotland, as everyone knows.
Yeah, quite good.
Looking forward, as Joe says, to some interesting racing. 10 race card, never easy at Sha Tin.
Yeah, definitely. And for me now, currently I'm in Hong Kong and the time now is 1 a.m. in the midnight. So in this show, we will be talking about, of course, the Triple Trail 3 legs, and also we will be talking about the feature race, the National Day Cup, and then apart from them, we will also share our best to all of you. So let's talk about the first leg of the Triple Trail. I think this is quite a challenging one. The race for Class 5 over 1,800 meters. The time will be 2:30 p.m. in Hong Kong time, and it will be 7:30 a.m. in UK time, quite morning. And while it is on Thursday, 11:30 p.m. in Joe's time. So maybe Joe, which horse do you like in race 4?
Well, before we were talking about it, we looked at it. And we're scratching our heads because for me it took about an hour to try to figure it out. There's a lot of good horses. The Class 5 is on the bottom of the class rating at Sha Tin. I was looking at Daily Charm. Funny enough, I think for a quick little preview of the card, I don't have Zach Purton or João Moreira at all in any of the races. And when I looked at this one, I have a Daily Charm because the last race looked pretty good. Just storming home in the last second, could have caught the winner, but didn't. And you could say the same thing for Viva Popcorn. Now, those are two back markers that came from the back end. The only thing that I don't like about Viva Popcorn is the draw. So I think I'd rather give it to Daily Charm. He has a better draw, but it's going to look like probably a horse that storms home in the back at the end. You have like Jimu, who I think will set the pace, as well as Mr. Monte, who's been a little bit unlucky at Happy Valley. But I think it's going to be a swooper. I think it's going to be out of the 1 and 3, Viva Popcorn and Daily Charm. I think Daily Charm does have the upper hand though in that race because it is the high weight, but he's coming from a Class 4, so he's going to get the higher weight in the Class 5. So I see him storming home and probably nipping him at the wire.
Yes, of course, Daily Charm has the class here in Class 5, and Joe will go for number 1, Daily Charm, ridden by Vincent Ho, and he's trained by Danny Shum. How about you, Steve? Which horse do you like in race 4?
Well, it's only Class 5, isn't it? And not one of the 14 runners have a win beside their name in recent form. So in the tricky heat, I'm siding with Diamond Star, who shaped well in a similar event last month. Ahead of him were fellow maidens Righteous Win and Jimu. The latter, Jimu, an unenviable record, 33 race maiden. From his wide barrier, Diamond Star, he's not entitled to reverse the form, but he's a handsome individual, and Zach Purton keeps the faith. The pair finished second from the same barrier 3 starts back, and I expect them to go very well. I try these days not to get too obsessed with the draw. I think although a high number is not what you want to see, I think at the same time they can win from anywhere, especially when you have a guy like Zach Purton on board. And I don't always manage, but try and concentrate on the horse and just, if the draw's not good, try and stick with it. Because, you get a well-drawn horse that just runs a stinker. So I'll try and stick with it. So Diamond Star for me in race 4.
Yeah, Diamond Star has quite a good one last time out, and I think that up in distance will be more suitable for this horse. And for me, race fourth, I like number 3, Viva Popcorn. Just now, Joe mentioned that about the draw, his wide draw from gates 14, but I think that it is not a problem because Viva Popcorn showed that he should overcome it from on his last start. He is quite consistent over 1400 meters at Sha Tin since the end of last season, and he ran quite well last time out in the season opener as well. After that, Viva Popcorn had enough rest and he had a good barrier trial on last Tuesday. Now I think that he is ready for a longer distance, and I hope that he will perform better over a longer distance, this time over 1800 meters. So race 4, my pick will be number 3, Viva Popcorn. Steve is keen on number 9, Diamond Star, and Joe's selection is number 1, Daily Charm. And let's move on to the second leg of the Triple Trio. Race 5, it is a Class 3 race over 5 furlong. 2 horses will dominate the market. I guess they are Carol Street and Nervous Witness. Steve, which horse do you like among them, Carol Street or Nervous Witness, or other horse you like?
No, I'm going to go for Nervous Witness. I do feel slightly nervous picking it, actually. It'll be a fairly short price, and, you know, it's going up from a rating of 52 all the way up to 66. And, you know, it won on debut. There's always a question mark how it will perform next time. But I still think it has a very good chance. The biggest threat, as you say, could well be Carol Street, very progressive last season, but will need to be on his game after a 142-day absence. Others to consider, possibly Brilliant Fortune, who looked a bit recalcitrant going in the gate the other day there on a barrier trial, but ran quite well for Joe Moreira. But I think Nervous Witness, I can see it winning, not as impressively, obviously this time, because it was taking on much easier opposition on his debut. But the selection looks the most likely for me. Trainer David Hayes is confident his charge can rattle off a winning sequence. So I'm hoping that Nervous Witness can maintain the unbeaten record on his second run.
Yeah, this jockey and trainer partnership is quite strong in this season. That number 8, Nervous Witness, will be ridden by Zach Purden, and he is trained by David Hayes. How about you, Joe? Do you like the 2 favorite horse, or you have some outsider you like?
I actually do have an outsider. I do like Nervous Witness and Carol Star. I mean, if you're going to look at probably a win bet between them, if you see anything outside of that, maybe to get some value, I looked at Propus, the number 5 horse, and when I looked at it, I saw that the form was coming out of Australia. I think he's had enough time to get acclimated to Hong Kong now, and he did win a stakes race, a listed stakes race at Flemington on the Flemington Straight. And usually those Flemington horses that come from the Flemington Straight, as we saw with Chautauqua and other horses like that, go to Hong Kong, and they actually do pretty well over in Hong Kong after they've had a good layoff. So out of the 2, I would probably prefer Nervous Witness, but if you're looking for a little bit of outside value, I probably would say Propus. His last 2 starts weren't that great. He did trial well before those races, but I think Propus would be probably a good each way value bet if you're looking for it to top off your trifectas between the 2.
Yeah, I think that Propus is he is quite lightly raised, and he should have some potential to improve. But currently the price is not out yet, but I believe that Propus will have a quite good price. So number 5, ridden by Vincent Ho and trained by Casper Fong, is Joe's selection in race 5. And then for me, I will go for number 1, Carol Street. Jerry Chow will be riding this Douglas White horse. This horse is an course and distance expert over the straight course. He has 3 winners and 1/3 from his 4 starts last season. And he turned 4-year-old after the summer break, and he is now back from Chongfa. Seems he is now more mature because he gained 40 pounds after the summer break. On the recent barrier trial, Carol Street ran quite well on 14th of September, and then he had several massive gallop by Jerry Chow and by Dallas White. I think that Carroll Street is now fit enough, and I believe that he is ready now to show a good return. So race 5, our selection includes Steve is keen on number 8, Nervous Weakness. Joe likes number 5, Propice, and my pick will be number 1, Carroll Street. So for the final leg of the Triple Trio, race 6, it is a class 3 race over 1400 meters. Steve, which horse will you keen on here?
I liked Brilliant China. He's off a career low mark under Matthew Chadwick. He's nothing from 10 race maiden, but I think he's got a very nice chance. He's in gate 3. And the selection, he shaped better than the Bear result last week, or last time, should I say. And I think he can go well for trainer Benno Young. Typically wide open handicap, though. Top weight Casemiro made an encouraging return under Purton, and Jerry Chow takes £5 off this time. So the 7-year-old, he's gradually easing in the weights, but may need more time, and gate 13 is also a test. Joe Moreira partners Romantic Combo, formerly trained by Tom Dascombe in England, so he's yet to score in Hong Kong, but has some creditable efforts to his name. But for me, yes, I think the suggestion, Brilliant China, and as we were saying, maybe a very topical winning name for National Day.
Yes, yeah, Brilliant China. Quite a good name on this special meeting. Actually, this horse this time, the draw is quite well, much more better than last time out, and let's see whether he can have good performance on the National Day. And how about you, Joe? Which horse do you like here?
I was torn between two of them. I was torn between Amigos Giggle with Blake Shin and then also the number 9 horse, Kung Fu Tea. But I sided with Kung Fu Tea because he is getting the less weight. And based off of his form in the last couple races, he did manage to get a win at Sha Tin back in May. So maybe he just needed the prep because the new season started on and he raced on the 19th. So I'm leaning towards Kung Fu Tea. I think the other horse, Amigos Giggle, does have better form, but I'm not sure what the odds are, but I probably would take a chance on Kung Fu Tea in this one.
Yeah, Kung Fu Tea always show quite a strong turn of foot, and hopefully he will show a good chase on Friday. And for me here, I like number 8, Thunderstrike. He will be ridden by Harry Bentley and he's trained by Dallas White. Last season, Thunderstrike was 3-year-old and he was quite green at that time, but his performance was quite stable. Although he is still a maiden, he always beaten by some short margins. He's now 4-year-old and he grows up a lot. I think that he showed his fitness on his recent barrier trial on 14th of September. Harry Bentley will take this ride for the first time, and it will also be the first time for this horse to be ridden by a foreign jockey. So hopefully he will show some good performance on his seasonal debut on Friday. So the final leg of the Triple Trio, race 6, our selection includes Steve is keen on number 11, Brilliant China, and Joe likes number 9, Kung Fu Tea, and my selection is number 8, Thunderstrike. And after talking about the 3 legs of the Triple Trio, let's also discuss about the National Day Cup. It is in race 8. This is a this is a Group 3 over 5 furlong. The time in Hong Kong will be 4:35 p.m. in Hong Kong, and it is 9:35 a.m. in UK time. And I think that in US it is 1:35 in midnight. Joe, do you have any selection in this Group 3?
I do actually. I've been a Skyfield fan last year. I really liked them a lot. And this is over the straight. So they're going to go up the straight at 1,000 meters. I didn't take him this time because I looked at Computer Patch's form and I believe he is due for a win, especially since he's had form on the 1,000 and he's ran well on the 1,000 before. And Skyfield's never run on the 1,000 when I looked at the form. There's a lot of great horses. This is a really good field. You have Amazing Star, Stronger, Beauty, Applause, Lucky Patch. But I think Computer Patch, especially when he held on for second in the race with Wellington, and also Skyfield almost caught him. I think if he pings out of the gate right away, especially with the draw that he has, and just goes straight forward, if he sets the pace, he could probably put them all to sleep and take the win on Champions Cup Day.
Okay, Sha Tin is quite a good jockey for this horse. He knows the horse quite well, and let's see whether he can have good performance. How about you, Steve? Do you have any best bet here in the feature race?
Yeah, it's my best bet. Stronger. I think he's the most likely type. He's got a very nice profile. It's one for steady progression for Douglas White, and it's encouraging that some of his very best efforts have come after a break. His last 6 outings have been over the 1,200 metres, but he's a proven performer over this shorter trip, the minimum trip, and has all the attributes, I think, for a first Group 3 success on these shores. Gate 13, the outside rail, is it's an ideal place to be. I like that particular side of things, and providing he gets luck in running, and good fortune was in pretty short supply last season for him. He had a touch of seconditis. He was second on 4 occasions. So hopefully Vincent Ho will get the gaps to appear. It's an interesting race. There's a few who just aren't used to the sort of distance, the likes of Skyfield, Lucky Patch, for instance. And but there's a few also old campaigners, the likes of Ping Hai Bravo. Can't see Explosive Witness being good enough at this level, and I don't like the low number as well. And Voyage Warrior from Gate 3, blinkered first time. Just don't think. I think he was better maybe 18 months ago. I don't think he's got the ability now. But for me, I think Stronger has just become stronger. You know, graduated from the handicaps through to the group stage now, and I think this could be his time.
Yeah, I also think that Stronger is quite consistent over the strict course. And for me, I will go for another horse that is also well drawn. That is number 6, Lucky Patch. He will be jumped from gate number 14, which is quite good over the 5 furlong race at Sha Tin. Lucky Patch has quite good performance over 1,400 meters, and I believe that it should be suitable for him for the pace over 5 furlong. And Jerry Chow will be on board. Hopefully, he will win his first group race in Hong Kong. So for the feature race 8, the National Day Cup, I like number 6, Lucky Patch, ridden by Jerry Chow and trained by Francis Lui. And Steve will go for number 3, Stronger. This is also Steve's best bet, ridden by Vincent Ho and trained by Douglas White. And for Joe, his selection is number 4, Computer Patch, ridden by Sha Tin and trained by Tony Cruz. So apart from talking about the Triple Trio and the feature race, Joe, do you have your best bet for the meeting on Friday?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with race number 1, Daily Charm, because of the performance. I know it's kind of a wide open race, that one, but I believe that he does have the ability to win it, especially from his last. He just keeps improving, and he does have a win. So I think Daily Charm is gonna be my best bet.
Yeah, okay, so race 4, that is quite a challenging race, class 5 over 1,800 meters. Joe's best bet will be number 1, Daily Charm in race 4. And then for Steve, his best bet is in race 8, number 3, Stronger. And for me, my best bet will be in the first race 1, number 5, Good News. This debutant will be ridden by Zach Burton, and he's trained by Chris So. In the race 1, I think that here, the field are quite weak here. So the debutant, Good News, number 5, this horse has quite a good chance here. He has good pedigree side by Rios, and I believe he is a good sprinter. For barrier trial prior to his debuts on Friday, he improved steadily, and he had good speed, and he always finished strongly with other top horses, including California Deep Shop and Skyfield. So I believe that race 1, number 5, Good News is now well prepared for his debut. So my best bet is in the first race 1, number 5, Good News. So we just talked about the Triple Trio 3 legs and also mentioned about the feature race as well as our best bets. Thank you very much for your time, Steve, and also thank you, Joe. Hopefully I hope we can meet in Hong Kong soon. Thank you very much for your time and good luck on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.